Well, hello there, cosmic kittens and planetary puppies. It's your girl, Catz, the Wandering Intuitive, and I am back once again with your forecast for the week ahead. But remember, this is timeless, so when you find this, it's the right time for you. Everything you need to know about me, including your timestamps, are down below in the description box below. Woo! I don't have a word to describe the pain and the hell a lot of people on this planet went through the last 3 weeks. In some way, shape, or form, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And now we're in healing mode. We are. I hope you guys got rest. I hope you guys did things this weekend that make you smile, lift you up. Maybe just locking yourself away. Just everybody don't talk to me for 3 days or 2 days. Whatever it is. Leave me alone. Taking care of yourself. Catching up with things you couldn't do. Or weren't able to. Well, we have this new moon energy coming in very strong, as it is going to be full on Memorial Day weekend coming up. We're going to see if we can take a sneak peek, because the energies ahead in that weekend are a little insane. So let's take a look. We're probably going, oh, sorry about that. Anyway, let's close our eyes, connect in with our guides, our angels. Just breathe. Each inhale, clench, and release it all. Just all of it. Keep breathing. You're in your safe space here. This energy supports you 100%. Go into your safe space in your head, your comfy nook, that spot on the coastline, that camping site in the forest, the top of the highest mountain, wherever that is for you. And we're going to call in our spirit guides and guardian angels now. Ask them to come to guide you to the team you're on for this week. If they don't come right away, it's okay. Just bring yourself back and just focus on your comfy space. You'll feel them. You'll feel them around you every day too. The physical plane, our day-to-day. Let's breathe a little bit more. Sometimes people have one number pop up, and the second number you feel a little drawn to. Listen to that second number after the stronger one of the two. There's a message there for you, some guidance. Maybe even a heads up. Okay. All right. Team 1. Team 2. Team 3. All right, guys. Teams 1, 2, and 3. We are ready to go, and kicking it all off is Team 1. Hello there, Team 1. Very interesting what the LENORMAND has out for you this week. Wow, the lilies. Okay. Whatever hell you've been through, the chaos, the disruptions, everything is about to settle down in a huge way. And a lot of you will be getting physical confirmation of that. They're saying letters, messages, things confirmed to make you, okay. There is, oh my goodness, it's just a clearing of the clouds, especially mentally, okay. Sometimes we get too much information when we are panicking, when we are stressed out, when we're like just in a fluster. We're trying to find the right answers to guide us, right? And a lot of times it's really hard to hear the knowledge that Spirit's trying to guide us to, we get confused. It's out of fear we do this. Well, here goes this clearing with the scythe and the clouds, cutting away the cloud confusion energy, which is amazing. We want that, that cutting away. So everything is clear. Also, the right knowledge is clear. The right steps to take are clear. All the guidance you need. Everything just starts click, click, click. Okay, I need to do X, Y, Z. Everything's just going to open up in such a beautiful way for you guys. You're going to have a really, really good week. If you're stressing on work, money, even health, or maybe even moving, if you've been contemplating that, everything is going to become very clear. Especially with that cloud energy off of us. Get out of here. But a very strong energy of the lilies in the middle. That's what we went when it came out for your main energy influence. Peace. And that totally waylays the cloud energy. It's just this peace comes in instead of stress. And it's flowing strong. We have the fish right under that. There's a big, huge flowing energy, very strong, of clearing of the mind and the body for some. Spirit keeps bringing that up, especially with the book there, because it has a caduceus on it. So there's some knowledge coming through. Sometimes we can overthink things to a point where it doesn't seem like anything will work, no matter what we try. But with the clouds clearing, you might find what you need. Not everybody, okay? Take what resonates, pitch out the rest. I am not a doctor. What you do is up to you. But Spirit saying sometimes it's just the most simplest thing that was overlooked. And you're going to go, oh my gosh. But what a big relief. And we have the dog with the lilies in the letter. Now, the dog and the lilies represents messages from your guides. The dog's in my Lenormand straight up. Unless they say different. Okay. They're bringing things in very strong in the physical plane, especially with the letter sitting right there in that row. Lots of just... I just feel like this huge, you guys have been carrying a lot. You were trying so hard. What are you, Atlas? You've been carrying everything. And for some of you, it could be remnant of things that others have left behind for you to deal with. But Spirit's taking a huge load off. Big time for you. With the book and the dog together is about knowledge coming through in the physical plane. Okay, maybe knowledge that some of you did not get access to yet because it wasn't time. Maybe you've been begging, maybe you've been asking, you just are getting like empty, like nothing, you know, like looking at a blank wall going, why is this just blank, you know? Why am I not getting knowledge? Why do I keep blah blah blah? Why can't I find the way? Spirit said for some of you watching this, it wasn't time for that knowledge. Certain events had to occur first. Especially with others. That's a big thing right now too coming in. We're needing to, or at least we're starting to see as things get revealed, how other people we've been interacting with has actually been holding back stuff. We have to wait for them to go through their crap before we get ours because they're in the way. Okay. And Spirit's been doing a big house cleaning on that shit. Oh my gosh. Anyway. So, for those of you who have concerns about jobs, especially your career, everything's about to get revealed. Everything's going to be clear. For some of you, are going to straight up get an offer. Okay, we do have the fox underneath the dog. Okay. Now, in saying that, Spirit's also going to be showing some of you it's a very small percentage of you for this one. It talks about the passion that maybe you're lacking in something and you're trying to do new things. But underneath, there's still that safety net that's still safe. And that's what's keeping things from coming to you fully. That's the thing that it's like, I'm doing it, but I'm doing it safely. I'm not just, doing it, you know. And sometimes it's hard, you know. You don't understand something, it's too much. Why don't you get in there and read about it, learn about it a little bit more. Whatever that is. I don't know who that's for, but that's the message. And for others of you. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Gabriel. Gabriel's like, I wasn't done. Gabriel's also saying, for those of you who are in kind of like playing it extremely safe, I'm trying something new-ish, but I still have some old elements here, because that way I feel a little bit more, you know, I can do this better. It helps my confidence, helps me the courage to do what I gotta do. Spirit's saying this energy of peace that's hitting Team 1 specifically this week. I'm not saying everybody else isn't going to be peaceful, but I really feel this is very, very, very strong for you guys this week. It's coming in that respect. Having peace. Trying something new. It's almost like that's going to be your, like, your strength to try new things. It will definitely be tampering down on the fear-based energy. Spirit's going to show you in the physical plane for those of you. Now, that resonates with. Now, for others, the book with the dog and the fox, there's a lot of information coming in, but I feel that if you've been waiting on information specifically, maybe about a promotion, or maybe you're trying to figure out, I don't want to do what I'm doing, I'm afraid to leave it. Of course, right now, during this time, okay, it's really hard to jump jobs right now, right? And maybe you're looking around for what the right job would be, where you get the pay you deserve, you know, get taken care of. You don't have to worry. Something with long-term longevity, it's all coming to you. You'll be hearing about it. Be open. It's going to be very obvious. And especially for those who've been waiting to hear about, you know, a job offer, or, you know, maybe you thought you got thrown into the loop, or, you know, if you have not contacted the company or business that you've applied for in the last 3 weeks, you might want to do it this week. It's definitely blessed if you do. Okay, just checking in, because things have been crazy for us, for you. It's definitely going to be chaos in bigger businesses with a lot more people in it. You know what I mean? Whole bunch of crowds been flying around, right, for everybody. So keep that in mind too. So there may have been a hold, which you'll hear about. Okay. And it's going to surprise you. Okay. So a big message here too. Spirit's definitely going to show you that some of the things that have been messing with you, okay, money, job, people, career, kids, family, whatever it is that really has just, whatever you went through the last 2 weeks, okay? Spirit is definitely sending messages in the physical plane that's no longer, it's going to take so much off of you, okay? Then you can see the way clear. Spirit will be guiding you. They're going to bring things. This is not a time to procrastinate. Things get designed a certain way, in ways we think, oh my God, you know, I have to go through this so I can see that and go running for it now because I was too afraid to do it on my own. I don't know. I don't know why Spirit brings things to us the way they do individually. I know how they do it to me, and I know why. But sometimes things have to happen so we will make the right decision for us. Our highest good, for our future, but most importantly, for you. Spirit's got your back, I'm telling you. And Team 1 is going to be, Spirit's on the ground. You're not going to be able to miss anything that they've got coming in for you. We have the fox and the fish with the crossroads. Remember I was talking about choices. Some of you will be getting offers or getting an opportunity to make some more moolah. You have a decision to make, though, because even if it gives you a little bit more, maybe you're looking for something to add to your day-to-day, okay, your normal job, okay, but this It's going to come in such a way, you're going to have to make a decision. And your intuition is always right. I feel like Spirit's going to make it very clear that this is going to work out so well for you. Maybe in the interim or not the interim, but maybe in the beginning when you applied for it, or, was inquiring about it, and maybe you're thinking, the way they were presenting it would be perfect part-time, but then it turns into something more and much more attractive to you, choices. But Spirit's going to back it up, especially, there's stuff to do with emotions in here. I need the cards for that. For sure. But the book is being open. We're going to be seeing a lot more clearly. There's going to be a lot more correct information coming in, so you will be able to make decisions that needed that you weren't able to really before. Like sometimes we freeze. I don't want to touch the money. I don't want to do this when I should do. I don't know. I need to wait. Now everything's going to be clear, and you'll be able to do that this coming week. Now, going into the weekend. Oh, there we go. Ooh, I can't make this up. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Now, whatever you experienced before, it's nice and steady, settle down. Remember to prioritize yourself, but we do have choices with money weighing here, or a physical plain choice. It could be something to do with your health. Maybe there's a class or something. Maybe you felt like, I can't do that, or I've tried so many classes, I just give up. Well, now there's going to be a renewed spark to interest. As Spirit is bringing things like that you will drive with. That's your drive. Okay. We see a balancing of money here. No matter what storm you had to endure financially, Spirit's very adamant about this. It's about to get balanced. Okay? Things are going to balance out for you, okay? They just want you to be a little wiser, okay? This time. What'd they say? Tight grip on the purse strings this week for sure. Especially going into Memorial Day weekend. So make sure everybody is putting in equal amounts. If you guys are celebrating Memorial Day weekend with, barbecues, gets-togethers and stuff, don't put in more than anyone else is. Even if you're throwing the party, you want it to be a fun event and everybody's safe and got all the, but the Spirit says, really be aware. Oh, Spirit says be aware. For those of you throwing parties or going to parties, be aware of the people that are there or coming. Okay, there's still some cutting off to do there. Some of you may have multiple invites. Choose wisely. Spirit said you will have an amazing and safe and no drama weekend. Okay, so we do have the Page of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands lighting you up. We got a couple things here. All right, so the Page of Pentacles, a job offer, an offer that is solid and true. It's brand new with the page here bringing it to you. So that solidifies all the messages. In fact, I have to say that you guys will start seeing this Monday, Tuesday this week. It's just gonna come in very quickly. Some of you might actually get something Sunday to lighten up that load, to start the lightness. You go, oh, crap, that's it. Okay, Knight of Wands, okay? This is something to get you revved up and roaring and ready to go, okay? This is about energy. This is about passion, enthusiasm, and the Knight of Wands is fearless. I mean, sometimes the Knight of Wands could be really? Yeah. But in this case, the energy coming in for you is to support you, to just get revved up and going, okay? This is really, really awesome. It's almost like the fear doesn't have anything to hold on to when this energy comes in, especially with that Page of Pentacles coming towards you with a solid offer. I mean, it's just, you have got so many energies, Team One, on your side. They're showing you, let's go. The only thing you have to do is go. Do your thing, okay? No more holding back. Making decisions. No more procrastinating, no matter how scary it can be. If it feels right. If it feels right. do that. Okay, so Spirit says the only thing that, see, as I was saying that, there's a Knight of Wands. She's like, oh shit, I gotta do this again. Okay, well, Spirit's coming in to support you. This is a brotherhood card. So no matter how despondent or how crappy things feel, okay, or have felt, now that the dust is now long since settled, that's what I feel. Spirit blew a wind in that just, you know, so we could rest. Spirit is definitely coming in full-blown support to get you through this. It's not even a battle. Unless it's of the self. Okay? Going forward here for you guys this week. You're definitely going to have the support. Spirit's going to, I'm telling you, Spirit's going to show you in the physical plane. Now, for other people, before I read these, I'm going to do it like that. Okay. Now, Pentacles aren't just about money and work. They're about the physical plane. These are things, messages actually coming in the physical plane. For some of you, a guy in a hot rod. No, could be a divine feminine too. I just feel it's the energy of this Knight of Wands. Someone who's very enthusiastic, very passionate. It's like, but they're solid and true. So don't judge a book by its cover. For you singles out there of Team 1, be open, okay? Because they may look like F-boys, okay? All right. Or F-girls, okay? They do not judge on their appearance, because what they do tell you is sincere, honest, and true. And they also follow through with what they say. All right, let's get some guidance for you guys. Oh, I lied. Oh my goodness. All right, makes sense. Okay, so Spirit says to cap this off, we do have the Three of Wands here. You get to pick now what you want. Okay, everything is clearing up. You're going to see everything. It's almost like the world just opens up for you in a beautiful, beautiful way. You can't help but see that. Letting go of one of those wands to hang out with these two, investigate, explore, okay, be open. Spirit's definitely bringing things in, especially with the Wands energy here, because they need, things had to go the way they did to get you out of this. This Four of Cups energy, things are finished, things are done and moving on. Spirit says it's time to focus here. Don't worry about what happened before, even if it was yesterday. You know, and maybe you've had to scramble and carry a lot of stuff because of something that happened, okay, concerning others, Spirit says. But now it's time for you to focus on you. You're very important in this whole path thing, right? Spirit, it will be showing you how much you're needed and loved, truly loved for who you are and how amazing you are, okay? Time to let go of any belief systems that you had about what your future should look like with family, friends, career, all of that. Because you're not the same person you were when you set for the dreams of the white picket fence, 2.3 kids, whatever it is, you know, perfect Mrs., perfect Mr., perfect whatever. Okay, perfect job, flying around the world, you know. That needs to be let go. You need a new blueprint for your new life. And that's why the Ten of Pentacles is in reverse here. It's a good thing. It's like, we're wiping the slate clean. And it all starts with the clearing of the head and the lifting energy, which Spirit would love for you to be open for. So you deserve it. Remember, guys, if I jive with your vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. That really keeps me coming back, and I appreciate your support in that way. Thank you. If you guys want a reading or want to check out my reading specials, my Instagram information is down below in the description box. There we go. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. So Spirit wants me to read these in a certain way. Okay. All right, so initiation, the crossing is in reverse. Okay, which means you've already crossed over. You're not in the middle. You're not waiting. You actually crossed the bridge of initiation. And unfortunately for all of us down here, it was a very painful experience. But I said in, I don't remember, the last couple of forecasts, I did say Spirit is not allowing any past aspect behavior to cross with you. Okay, and they're going to be pulling everything out, and that full moon was no joke. No joke. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now, remember that Four of Cups energy? The Wailing Tree reconciliation in reverse. Okay? There's nothing to reconcile. Everything that happened, coulda, woulda, shoulda, don't matter now going forward. That's why this energy is being pushed towards you, Team 1, to release and just start walking forward. Okay? One step at a time. There's no rush. But if the energy hits you and you want to go, 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 go. Just remember to listen to that beautiful intuition and really, really pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that are coming in. They're going to be very clear, okay? And then we have time to replenish the empty well. That time is now past, okay? We are now moving out of the time to heal and rest. And now Spirit's about to show us that it's time to get moving. And they're going to have everything we need to show us that it's worth moving towards in the most unexpected ways, but good ways. So on that note, Team 1, take care. Hello there, Team 2. Very interesting. Hold on. We'll show you in a minute. What's this? That explains it. We have the secret in reverse for you guys this week. Okay? That means things being revealed big time for you guys, Team 2. Okay, remember, take what resonates, pitch out the rest. Let's get to this. All right, so whatever plans you have for this week or into the weekend, Memorial Day weekend, is going to be very interesting. Now, some of you may be attending a wedding, or maybe it's at your own. We do have Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine strong here. There's a couple of messages with that. So, and we have the garden right out the gate. Okay. The garden's about social activities, hanging out with people, a lot more on a less formal, I guess, having a good time. I do feel that the energies of the divine, masculine and feminine is also representing a balance. Okay. Yin yang energy, meeting people that jive with your vibe. Okay, for those of you who are single attending events, this is going to be a great weekend, but you need to trust your intuition. Now, we're going to move back a little bit because there's some crazy shit that came up over the last 3 weeks, okay, about people. And even though maybe things were revealed to you, there's a lot more to come, okay? This is about the knowledge, why things weren't going a certain way or why things happened. There was some of your intuition hits were right, except the people involved, very smart. Okay, well, not for too long, because Spirit's got their ass, don't worry. Okay, for whoever that resonated with. Okay, so you have the garden, and there is the snake. Yes, the snake in the Garden of Eden. Okay, so there's a couple messages here also, okay? So the first off, Spirit says, like I was saying just a minute ago, trust your intuition. If it don't feel right, I don't care how charming they are. I don't care how friendly they are. If it ain't right, it ain't right, okay? If it's got stripes, it's a white horse. It's a zebra, not a horse or a giraffe. You know, you see what I'm saying? No matter how they paint themselves, you've got to honor them. Now, here's the thing that's going to be really cool about this. Spirit's got the clouds going away. So there will be no confusion. In fact, you might even be repulsed. Like, you know what I mean? So we've got the clouds going that way. So a lot of us have been very confused and depressed and just the emotional aspect, especially with the full moon influence. It was so just, we couldn't get our heads together. We'd have moments, pockets, just even doing our normal day-to-day stuff, or even self-care has been a challenge for all of us, okay? That's about to clear up. Okay, now, this second message. For some of you, that might be hard because when it comes out, okay? Because these are people or persons that you were very close to. And even though you've been backing away, you know, maybe trying to cut them out because, you know, you recognize them as a toxic person and their intentions aren't that right, because these people are now outing themselves. We don't need to help. They're doing it on their own. People are starting to go, what the, you know, and backing away. And the more people back away from people like that, the more desperate they become. For some of you, it could be a return of someone that maybe at the time it broke your heart. Maybe at the time they left and maybe they were cruel about it. It doesn't matter, okay? It could be family member, lover, whatever, okay? And here they come again. Out of nowhere. And it could be because of an event. A wedding, engagement party, a Memorial Day weekend. They just happen to be there. Right place, right time, right? But you're going to see through their shit, okay? Completely. And not only that, but with the clouds moving away, this is exposing them to not just you, but everybody, especially if they were clever with their words. We have the snake in the book. Okay. Now, there's a couple messages here, so bear with me. Okay, the snake in the book talks about a deceptive medical condition. Okay, deceptive. To gain sympathy when everybody started walking away from them. Okay, now there may have been something, but it wasn't as serious as they had put forth. Okay, for some reason somebody needs that one. Okay, and we do have the tree indicating health too. Health matters. Okay, now the second message. Okay, if you have not been feeling well, and no matter what you've been doing, came up in Team 1 too. No matter what you've been doing, you're just not feeling better. That's about to be revealed. Okay, it's gonna. I don't give medical advice. I'm just a messenger. And what Spirit says is this: you're going to find that it's something a lot more simpler than what you've been looking at. Sometimes Google can also put a lot of stuff. Well, those symptoms, that symptoms. A lot of things have the same type of symptoms, but they also have very unique markers too. You know, for that. Like say, I'll use me for example. I had no idea I was so severely dehydrated that my muscles were affected. First my leg, and then I hurt my shoulder doing something I always do every day. So, and then, yeah, it was just that. And ever since I started, you know, getting hydrated, way better. But it's going to take me a long time to actually fully from head to toe recover. But not that long, but you know what I mean. But for me, it was something I'm like, oh my God, you know, I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed. I'm very grateful I saw that in time, but it could be something like that. Okay. It doesn't hurt to visit your doctor, get a check your blood. You know, I know everybody's like, yeah, now everybody has insurance. Neither do I. Okay, but we don't want to fuck around with our health, okay? But there's stuff coming out here. Finally getting the information you need from a trusted source, okay, with the book and the tree, okay, which indicates a doctor visit, or maybe you've been waiting on results, and that's where finally the wait is over. There could have been delays on results, maybe of your blood test, or maybe you've been stressed out waiting on it. It's all coming out, and I feel like it's going to be going to bring you peace. Any information that's coming out for you guys this week is actually going to be something that brings you peace, regardless of if it's involving someone toxic or toxic situation. It could be not feeling well, or it could be your own toxic thoughts. You know what I mean? Everything is coming out in such a clear way. It's being driven by the divine masculine energy. I do believe the sun's getting ready to go in Gemini here. Happy birthday to my Geminis. Forgot to say that in Team 1. So we do have a very strong sun energy that's going to be supporting you guys this week. Okay, with the divine masculine with the book. Okay. And next to the book is the lilies. This is designed, these energies, it feels like for you guys this week, it's designed to help you to be able to see truths and be at peace with it. You know what I mean? Instead of, yeah, you know, why? Everything's going to come out the way it's supposed to. And that knowledge is going to make you stronger, more confident, and peaceful. What a combo for you guys. Okay. Now, this is interesting for you guys, big time. I almost don't want to say anything because I'm afraid I'll get, like, I'm going to spoil the surprise. Seriously. We have the garden with the book and the moon. Okay. Intuitively knowing something's up, but not quite sure what it is. It's about to be revealed. It looks like it's connected to social activities. It could be a long lost friend, or a relative that everyone thought wouldn't be able to make it. Maybe it's your favorite, you know, relative, and boom, there it is. Thank you, Spirit. Why do you do this, Gabriel? It's a surprise. It's going to make you really happy. Following your intuition is always going to be a good thing, but this also talks about the influence of this new moon coming in. Something new is starting. Very big for you guys, okay? Be open for it. Don't be looking for it. Just enjoy. You need to step into, you know, the lightness that you're going to be feeling, the strength you're going to be feeling a lot more relaxed. I'm sure a lot of you, from what I understand from Spirit, this was a very healing weekend. You know, almost everybody I know just like basically like did very little on Saturday. Sunday we're just kind of getting moving a little bit, but we're taking it easy as we should. Going into Monday, it's going to be good. We're going to have the energy to support us as we go forward and do things. But we don't have to get everything done at once. Whatever's in front of you, deal with that. I don't know why Spirit just channeled that in. We have the Divine Feminine with the book To the Clouds. So, your intuition is about to get a little boost also. I shouldn't say little because I know this moon. It's going to be a big boost, okay? It's going to help you to feel more secure and trusting, not just your intuition, but your heart. A lot of people were telling me, my clients and stuff were talking about, like, I can't feel anything. Like, I don't know where I'd even look to make me happy. I said, well, just whatever piques your interest, check it out, you know. Don't have an expectation tied onto it. It's like easier said than done. But just trying things out. Now, there was a lot of other factors that were going on with this. It was very heavy on us. It's hard to, I mean, we find little pockets of laughter and maybe smiles and, you know, but we still were right back into the clouds, which are now clearing. This also came up almost the same way in Team 1 about the clouds and lilies. The clouds are passing and peace is now reigning for this weekend. However, even though there might be some unexpected news, we do have the lady with the tree and the moon. This is a great combo to have right here, okay? It's about feeling secure, okay? The Divine Feminine. It's an energy, never gender, guys, okay? This has to do with your feminine side. Everybody has yin and yang, regardless, okay? So this is about really trusting and loving yourself going out, okay? Or the thoughts you have about yourself. It's about really allowing yourself to really feel secure doing things. That Spirit is a very specific message. It's almost like finally seeing you've grown into somebody that's just, hey, I'm pretty beautiful. Hey, I'm freaking clever. I made me laugh out loud. You know what I mean? I'm funny. There's something about a growth with confidence, your self-confidence, about just being you. Because that is the most beautiful thing you can put on. Makeup enhances. Hair stuff enhances. The clothes we wear enhances that. But it doesn't make us who we are. So wear what feels comfortable for you. And you're going to get so many compliments. I just heard somebody's like, dang, that looks really cool. Wow, you're like a trendsetter. I'll have to try that. Those kind of comments I feel will be coming through. So whatever you're going to be doing this week, Memorial Day weekend, I feel like with the garden and the book and the moon together, it seems like there's going to be some invitations for you guys. Maybe you planned on, I don't want to deal with that. I'm staying home. Well, maybe there's some other people that are going to stay home, and maybe that you hang out at their house, away from the crowds, but with your favorite people. Maybe they haven't been here. Maybe they've been busy going through stuff. Maybe you've turned down stuff because you just couldn't. Well, this is the weekend that changes. This week. The moon is shining bright, even though we're going into the new moon on you guys. I feel very strongly to tell you that Spirit will be making things very clear. And Spirit, yes, Gabriel, just said, well, you can't see the light without the darkness. And sometimes we have to go into the depths of darkness. So we appreciate that light. We get to it again. All right. Woo, that was... Thanks, Gabriel. I'm going to clarify that garden with the lady. And remember, guys, if I jive with your vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. That's my biggest thank you, and that keeps me coming back. Ooh, everything's going to be very clear. Look at this. We got 7 of Swords in reverse. I can't even. Things being revealed all across the board. And maybe you're going to find out somebody. Oh. Somebody has a crush? Oh, okay. This is a particular situation. I'm going to blurt it out really fast. Maybe both of you were in other relationships. There was definitely an attraction there, but nobody went for it with that, because you're with your partners. And now, even if the circumstances were crappy, it's like you both are now single. So that's coming around. You might be hearing from that person. Oh my. Woo! Okay, we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. That's not a bad thing. That just means work is going to be very heavy for you guys, okay? So take advantage of the downtime that you have. Maybe get your nails done, or maybe just get your hair done. Maybe you haven't done that for a while. Buy yourself some clothes. Don't overspend, though. That's a big one, Spirit says, because there may be... And there's shift for us, especially in the States here, okay, financially. But Spirit's just saying, just keep an eye, buy yourself something nice. But you don't have to go overboard and go into debt, okay? We're not doing that, okay? But you could take a breather. They want you to focus on your needs and you, okay, this week. What do you want? It just feels like you're not going to be as busy like you've been. It might have been nightmarishly busy for you guys. We do have the Emperor. This is about being able to see very clearly and able to map out our week, our choices, making the best choices here. Okay, taking our time to make those best choices because we're feeling, more stronger, more powerful, more take charge. Okay, especially when it's fueled by the sun, guys. Beautiful, abundant. Good. I mean, feeling a lot more vitality, feeling a lot more just clear-headed, more energy, laughing more, smiling more. This is head to toe, guys, okay? My body and soul. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands approacheth, okay? They're coming in. The Knight of Pentacles took a while. That might be who you guys are running into, whoever that resonated with. This could be Divine Feminine or Masculine, remember that. So this Knight of Pentacles is taking their time because they had to go through some serious shit to be able to step up and come forward. And then we have the King of Wands. Okay, this very strong energy here. Someone who's finally taken back who they are. This is somebody who realized that they were doing all this passion work, all this stuff for others, leaving nothing for themselves. I feel like I have to describe it that way for somebody out there. And they're coming back. And they're coming back strong for some of you. I don't know who that was for. But Spirit says you will be running into King of Wands type people this week. These are people who are going to have this aura about them. If somebody's been there, done that, and has survived, and is thriving. Not surviving, but they're thriving now. It's all over them. Male, female, whatever, non-binary, it doesn't matter. And they're so comfortable in just being themselves. You know? For some of you, it's going to be very inspiring. And you know what? You're going to want to hang out with them. And guess what? They're going to definitely want to be hanging out with you. Whatever the capacity is going to be. So this is good. Take care of yourself, though. You need to be the priority this week. That is a big one. You. Do things that make you happy. Don't do things you feel you have to do to get happy. Because that makes no sense. You know? Maybe you do like to do stuff for others. That's fine. But don't overextend yourself, though, with it. Here comes the horseman. The herald of change. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of reveals. It's all happening in the physical plane. Not only that, but it's like you're going to notice the changes with you. You're going to notice the changes in your environments that you're in over the course of this week into the weekend. You're going to notice the change in you. And it's absolutely just stunning. Beautiful. Woo. Fortune's wheel, luck and right timing. You will be at the right places at the right time. Spirit's not going to allow you to be otherwise, okay? Anywhere else, okay? Lots of good stuff. The wheel of fortune, like the clouds are clear and now the wheel's spinning upwards. Dances on one foot. Balancing act. What was I saying? Do not give more than you are giving. Period. Your time, your money, your house, just your mental, your mental thinking, the space in your head. Make them people pay rent, You first. You can't do good for others if you're not taking care of yourself. I mean, some people are just coming out of a lot of realizations going, I don't really know how to do that. What do I do? What do I need? Start reading up. Start asking questions to the right people, okay, to help guide you along too. This is going to be a very interesting week for you guys, Team 2. Sending lots of love and light. And I would love to hear how your weekend went, because it looks like it's going to be very interesting. So bring some popcorn, okay? Take care. Hey there, Team 3. All right, let's get to it. What is your influence here? The breakup in reverse. This is wonderful. Okay, so anything that fell apart, especially the last 3 weeks now, everything is now, I want to say, going to be clear why that all had to be shattered. Okay? Spirit says, your path was chosen before you even came down here. So you can trust. And this is what's really interesting is the Lily's card. 3rd time's the charm. We have this huge energy of peace and calm. No more confusion. We can see everything very clearly. However, for you guys, Team 3, we have to watch the mice. Okay. Now, the mice, I call them Ganesha's mice. They do 2 things. They can remove things. They can destroy things. But the Ganesha, who's a Hindu god, for those who aren't familiar, he's huge. He's got an elephant head, but his body's human. He sits on this big throne, and the mice carry him around. And if there's a boulder or something, those little guys run out and move it. Okay, so they're very big obstacle removers. Okay, and then we have things being taken. Okay, so in this column here, which is really important for you guys, Spirit's having me read these a little differently in order for you guys. In the order, we have the mice with the lilies. So it's not that it's removing peace, it's removing the things blocking peace. Okay, this is a big theme this week. We're all going to be feeling peace, a little bit more calm, a little bit more brighter. Okay, especially when it comes to making that decision. Spirit's going to make it very clear that that's your chosen path. Okay? Now, the reason why that had to come up first is because of what the mice are connected over here. Watch for this. This now, the mice turn into the overthinking, the freaking out, okay? The Armageddon scenarios, thinking about things that could happen. You are nowhere near what happened before, okay? You're in a totally elevated space. Sorry, there's a frantic energy. I'm trying to get a hold of it here, and it's coming from this. Do you know why? We have the child with the stars. Now, with the child, it could mean a child, but this also means, in this row specifically, something small but new being presented to you. In a very big way, though, we have the star. This is destiny. This new, whatever that is, could be a new job, a new opportunity of some kind, new person. It's all destined, and Spirit's going to show you this, okay, this week. All right? And sometimes it can be scary. We can be dreaming about something for decades, and then it shows up, and a lot of times, believe it or not, 5 out of 10, we usually run away from it. For just different reasons. But now, you've been through what you went through, and now things are coming in a huge way, because the stuff that had to go, whether it was an actual breakup, marriage, relationship, okay, could be family, could be career, whatever it is for you, okay, is now, everything's cleared, the dust is now settled, and now everything is coming in. It has space, okay? And it's a big thing. Spirit keeps saying it's your destiny. This path was, you chose this path. It's been there for you the whole time, but now it's time to be actually going forward on it, okay? So Spirit's basically trying to, the breakup, it was designed not only to clear things away that was blocking you making this choice, whatever it is your choice is for some of you, but it's also to get you moving. So when it does clear, you're like, I'm out. Psh! And you can see it's the right choice, big time, okay? So you don't have to fear. So we have the mice with the stork and the key. The mice in this diagonal here talks about removal of obstacles, of things long waited for. Okay, with the stork, this is a delivery. Something's definitely coming in this week for you. And for some of you, now this is a yes answer. So if you had if something popped in your head, this is your answer. The key represents yes. Okay. I just had to throw it out there because somebody had a question or popped. I wonder if it's yes. The key also represents about unlocking of doors that have been closed to you for a while. Maybe have been closed because this had to happen. The breakup. Okay. Maybe that had to happen so the doors could freely open now. Okay. Now, let's get to this. For some of you that have been trying for a child, I feel like if you've been praying, especially to maybe like, I'm just going to use Blessed Mother Mary, for example, your prayers have been heard. The stork, the child, the lady, or there's going to be an announcement. But I also feel there's another message coming in very strong that you guys might find maybe there's someone's going to go into labor very unexpectedly. Maybe there were delays. Maybe it's like any day now, but here it comes. Okay. It's going to be wonderful. There's blessings surrounding that pregnancy, all the pregnancies, for those of you out there waiting, for those of you out there that are with child. It really feels like the arrival is imminent. It could be right after you watch this, so let's try to keep it calm. Okay. Just for others, it's a new beginning, a small new, something small. It starts out small, but it has huge impact in a great way. Something long awaited, something that's been waiting for you is now finally arriving. And it looks like, in this case, Spirit saying it will come through as a female energy. Let's call them energies, never gender, okay? It could be some opportunity that's coming in to you straight from someone, straight up. Something you didn't even realize, didn't even consider, and boom, there it is. All right. Yeah. And it leads right down to the crossroads with the lady in the key. The lady in this row represents the divine feminine, okay? About being able to make the choice, okay? And because the doors, you have the key. Okay, you've always had the key for the doors to be open to make the decision, okay? Spirit says you need to trust yourself right now, okay? Because the card is actually facing the crossroads and she's smiling. So now I can go. Now I can do this. You will have all the backup from Spirit for the confidence, the clear-mindedness. Spirit's really on you guys to get you going. Getting you where, not only where you're supposed to be, but also bringing the things in. They're supposed to be here. Now, we have peace, but the lilies next to the stork. Peace with things finally coming in. The stork represents something arriving that's been long awaited. Now, it could be that's been waiting, or you have, okay? And it's going to come in one or two ways. Take what resonates, put out the rest. Okay, Spirit threw out 2 cards and it makes sense. We have the letter, which means physical messages, text, DMs, phone calls, okay, emails. But we also have the ship. Spirit was saying this has a couple of messages to it. This may be something, an opportunity to travel coming in the physical plane for you. Something that you are gonna, if you were planning to travel, thank you. There was like 10 people. Thank you, Gabriel. If you're planning to travel over the weekend, this is when it's really gonna, oh my gosh. Sorry, I got hit with the energy. It was beautiful. For some of you meeting someone. Now, doesn't necessarily have to be love interest, but definitely means someone that there's just this realization, like, almost like I didn't know people like you exist. You know what I mean? Especially in this world nowadays. We also have, though, someone arriving literally. It could be a neighbor. Could be at work. Some of these things will be coming to you. And some of these things you'll be going towards without even realizing it. Spirit's being very vague. I was asking if I could pull tarot, but they said not yet at the end. So, okay. Now, here's the interesting part. But I keep telling you, I can't make these cards up. So I'm going to pull cards because I want to see. We have the stars, which is destiny, being guided. Very strong energy. This is also about you kind of lighting up again, you know? And people noticing that. And the stars is right over the letter in the ship. Spirit's going to make it very clear. Incoming messages. I feel like they could be flowing in. Very clear. You're not going to be able to confuse it. And that's how that's your confirmation. Doors are swinging open for you. Wow. This is beautiful. So we have the crossroads with the stork and the stars. And here's the thing. Like I keep saying from the start, you've already picked this path, but long before you came here. This new path. And it's time. Like I said, the stork represents things long awaited. You've waited long enough and Spirit's waited long enough. And not to worry, because it's not only your destiny, but they will guide you right along the way. Okay, wow. That's beautiful. I almost want to cry. You deserve it, Team 3. My goodness. Remember, if I jive with your vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. That's what keeps me coming here for you guys. I appreciate that so much. Yep. 10s. All about endings, but going into a new beginning. 10 of Pentacles. So whatever this breakup, whatever that is for you in your life, okay, whatever had to break apart, that's because it reached its plateau. It wasn't going to be able to be expanded more. And you've changed. Sometimes it's really hard when we see things and people around us changing. And we can't understand why. And we try so hard to do our very best to kind of keep things, you know, get things back again. And Spirit said that it was a very hard and painful lesson some of you guys had to learn. Trust me, I've been there, done that. But to be happy, because that part's over. You're moving away from that now. You have a whole wide open canvas to create your 10 of Pentacles, your goals. But Spirit says there's a kind of a sense of fearlessness to do this. We have the 6 of Swords. You're on your way. You're being moved. Now you've got exactly what you need. And now you can go forward. Because there was, I mean, the last couple weeks of the forecast was you can't take past aspects with you. You can't take other people with you. This is your journey. We have the Ace of Wands. Brand new, beautiful, just passionate start. Yes, it's okay to get passionate. You've learned your lessons. You're wiser. You gotta trust yourself, okay? Now, to battle the mice in the head, the overthinking, we have the 8 of Swords. Okay, overthinking is not going to, it just doesn't fly now. Getting trapped in your head. Spirit says the one way you can get it to stop is be here, be present. We have Temperance. You need balance. Bring it here and now. What's going on right now? Don't worry about coulda, woulda, shoulda. Don't worry. Because there is a moment when we get a new choice or a decision to make. It's just a split, like a nanosecond, where our intuition says yes or no before the brain starts kicking in. But most importantly, Spirit says, you need to trust your heart. Your body, how it feels. Our bodies are, you know, we're an antenna here. The physical body is a huge, like, wonderful resource. It's a library in a way, but it's also a direct connection with our soul because the soul is embodied into it, right? The third temple. So if we're not listening in that nanosecond, and then the brain, you know, takes over and starts, you know, confusing us. If we start listening to our body at that point, how am I actually feeling about this? Like, leave the brain out. Don't let the brain tell you what you're feeling. Let your body tell you what you're feeling. And that's really going to help to overcome the overthinking. And to help you to feel more confident, making more decisions based on what you want, what you need. But Spirit's also saying, make sure you're putting yourself first this week. Self-care definitely needs to be a priority. Okay? Self-care. And being balanced. That's another message that's been coming through for this week for everybody. Do not give more than what you can. Don't give more than what, if people are just sitting there. Do a little bit and walk away. You know what I mean? Don't expect anything from anybody. Do and give what feels good to you and leave it at that. It makes it much more fulfilling and it's less draining, especially here in the heart. All right, guys, let's get some guidance for you for this week. A lot of you are going to be experiencing some really cool stuff over Memorial Day weekend for sure. Oh, what was I just saying? the horned the horned cactus. I live in the desert, okay. Horned cactus, resourcefulness. Here's the thing. If you've been feeling like you've been lacking that, like you've tapped out, there's a bunch of stuff coming into support in the physical plane. It could be financial. It could be, home. It could be anything like that. Spirit's just going to be handing you help like you would not believe. In fact, for the most part, I feel it's going to come to you. So you're going to have once you take a step, I'm telling you, Spirit lines everything up so perfect. It's like, wow. Experiencing life as it comes. Being present, there's that ship. So maybe some of you have a cruise you're going on, or for traveling, I will say this, there is blessings, okay, for you guys that are traveling this week or over the weekend, or if you're going on a cruise or anything to do with water, hanging out by the lake, going in the ocean. It's huge blessings there, not only just for the environment and the people you'll be around, but it's also the water is very healing. Even if you don't go in, being near it, hearing it is really going to be the elixir for you. Okay, so anytime you get a chance to get near that water, do it. Okay, but experiencing life as it comes, being here and present. I mean, we have everything we need, because sometimes we can mentally prepare for stuff, Armageddon scenarios, and none of that happens. We just wasted like maybe a sleepless night for something that's an event. Maybe you're having a meeting the next day and you've been stressing out about it, and then you get there and it's like, oh my God, you know what I mean? And then you struggle for the rest of the day because you're going on team no sleep because you've been stressing about this and it didn't go any way you thought. It was easy peasy. It was like, okay, bye. And you're like, I just stressed out for what, So being present is really going to help so much with the mind. Only deal with what's in front of you. You don't need to worry about what so-and-so is going to do. You just need to be there when they show up or follow through or do something. And I really, really strongly feel too that there's this energy of people coming around. Now, it could be, for some of you, it's romantic. Though you won't see it right away, but definitely the connection you're going to feel. It's going to be, I just can't describe it anything other than genuine. Like, it hits different. I didn't know people like you existed. I thought it was just me. You know what I mean? And believe it when someone tells you, whoever this is for, I've never met anyone like you. It's a very sincere compliment, okay? It's the real thing, because they haven't, just like you. Maybe not met anyone like that, but maybe you've dreamt about it. Wished for it. So have they. Gathering around, power of community. I feel like there's going to be a lot of good supportive people, the people who so truly supported you, kind of pushed you through stuff, when you didn't want to, or you were going down, they were there to pull your ass back up. Like, no, that was Spirit's doing, by the way. Spirit definitely had a hand in. Keeping you steady. As steady as that is, right? With everything we went through. We have ego sublimation, the vanishing mirror. Okay. Whatever perceptions you had of things and people and your situation before is now being shattered. Because the truth, you can see everything so clearly now. There's no distortion, no reverse. Okay. I can't help it. That's how my camera does when I'm filming. But this is about the taming of the ego, the taming of the fears, the taming of any behavioral programming patterns. Makes you feel like you're not good enough. That mirror with that breakup energy has been shattered, so you can see yourself for the amazing person you are. And you're damn well worthy of living a life that you want without anybody else's expectations or what they say you should. They're not you. You walk your path. And you have your own drum. It sounds different than others, which makes it unique and beautiful. Yeah, some people may not jive with that sound. You're banging on your drum. But that's okay. Because those people weren't meant for you. But then again, you turn around and there's all these people going, I love that. Those are the people for you. Watchers, transpersonal. It's about rising above, taking everything personal too. Okay? And just being yourself, really recognizing who you are. You don't need someone outside yourself to tell you you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're amazing, you're intelligent. You're the shit. Because all it takes is one negative thought from us to just eliminate it, erase it from our memory. Because we were taught to believe the negative stuff about ourselves. But here's the thing. We weren't born to think that way about ourselves. We learned that and heard that from somewhere else. Okay? Step into your beautiful, beautiful self. And things are just coming together for you so amazing. So try not to spend too much time in the spinning mind. Don't need to be afraid. Spirit's definitely going to show up in a way. All I can say is it's like they're going to show up to hold your hand. But it's okay. Let's go. It's going to be awesome. On that note, guys, have a very safe and happy Memorial Day weekend for those who celebrate it. Take care.